What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I am about to get ready for a photo shoot today. It's going to be a beach photo shoot. Very natural looking, very natural light. So I'm going to go pretty light today on my makeup. Thought it would be a good idea to share with you guys how I do my makeup for a photo shoot. Kind of walk you through all the steps. Like I said, beach photo shoot, pretty natural. I'm not gonna go too heavy. This could be like a nice dinner kind of look, or if you go out and you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, this could be a nice look for you as well. As you guys know, I have fake eyelashes, like fake extensions, so I'm not gonna mess with putting on any falsies or anything, but if I didn't have them, I probably would. So the first step we're gonna do is, I've already washed my face, I've already toned it, and everything, and I've prepped my skin. So basically I just washed it, toned it, put moisturizer on, let it dry and kind of settle down. And now the first step we're gonna do is our eyelids. I like to do my eyeshadow before I do my face makeup, just because if the eyeshadow like falls down, I don't have like concealer that's gonna make it stick. So I can easily take that away before I do my makeup. So it's gonna look a little strange at first because you're gonna be like seeing all of this and my skin's not gonna be even. And then after that, we're gonna do my brows because your girl needs some help in the brow department. And then we're gonna do the skin and you're gonna see it all tied together. So the first thing we're gonna do is kind of like prime and prep our eyelids for the eyeshadow. So basically we're gonna just put concealer all over your eyelid and blend it in. That's just to create like a nice blank space and fill in any creases and get rid of any like veins or darkness on your eyelid. So I'm gonna do that right now. I like to use this sponge. It's called a beauty blender, and you just wet it and keep wringing it out, and then it gets really squishy and spongy, and it works great for blending. Once your eyelids are nice and primed, you're gonna just take some translucent powder. I have this one from CoverGirl. It's colorless, so you just take that, brush it over, and then we'll be ready for our eyeshadow. I'm using this palette from Morphe, and it's really pretty. It has like kind of like autumn colors, like this. I don't know what it's called. I got it as a gift. So I'm just gonna take like a kind of like a nude, this one, and I'm just gonna go kind of in the crease back and forth with this brush. So I started in the crease, and then I like slowly brought the powder down onto the eyelid and made sure it was very blended. Don't worry about getting it on your face because we're gonna take care of that later. Okay, so that first step is done, and now we're gonna take the same brush and we're gonna do a little bit of a darker color and just go in the crease. Same exact thing. So I think I'm gonna take this color here and maybe mix it with this one. Just kind of back and forth like this. And then tap to remove any excess. So now that I did that, it needs some more blending, but instead of using this brush, I always have one brush that doesn't have any color on it just to blend. So I'm gonna just kind of blend these colors together with my brush that has no pigment. That's done. Next step is gonna be on your actual eyelid. So on the actual eyelid, I'm gonna be doing a lighter color, probably like this and this mixed together, kind of a shimmer and a matte, those two. I'm gonna be using this brush. I always have a brush that's for light colors too, so I don't mix them, and then obviously you wash your brushes, but I'm gonna just kind of dabble in those and then spread it on my actual eyelid right above my lash line. Going to take that same color and put it right in the teardrop part of your eye, in the inner corner. now that that's done, we're gonna take a smaller fluffy brush. I have this tiny one. And we're gonna do a dark color, like I'm thinking this and this maybe. Mix them up, maybe a little of that. And then we're gonna go right in the crease and kind of bring it as like a V on the corner of your eye. And just follow the shape of your eyeball. And then once that's done, you're gonna blend that again with your colorless brush or your other brush that you used. Blending is key to everything. Once you're done with that, we're gonna move on to our brows. Get a nice angled brow brush like this one. And I'm using this palette from Smashbox, and I'm just gonna use, you can tell I use it a lot. It's brow gel, and then I'm using this brown eyeshadow because it matches my hair more. You can also get this one, it's an e.l.f. and it's like super cheap. You can find it at CVS, and it has the brow gel and the powder. Oops, also. Super cheap, like super. I'm just gonna use the Smashbox one for now. Both of them are good. Brows are done. They kind of look aggressive, but I promise it's gonna work out. So I just did my brows, and now what we're gonna do is, what's next? I think it's time for me to finish my eyeshadow. I just remembered something I missed. So now that you're done with your brows, you can take that same brush and find like a dark eyeshadow. I like this black one. So I'm just gonna dip it in there, and I'm actually gonna give myself like eyeliner with the shadow. The reason I'm doing a shadow instead of eyeliner is because it just creates a softer look, not as harsh. It's just kind of like softer. So since it's gonna be like a beach natural kind of shoot, that's what I'm gonna do. A little bit of that. So I'm gonna just draw it like a normal eyeliner, like a winged, like how you do with like liquid. That's all finished. And now I'm going to move ahead and go to my face. So first, I'm gonna take the concealer that I used for my eyelids, and what I'm gonna do is draw like where I would highlight my face. So I'm gonna just draw like this down my nose, kind of like a sunburst right there. I'm gonna do my under eyes. Actually, I have special eye concealer for under eye, and I suffer from dark circles. It's because I'm Italian. I actually found this dark circle concealer, and what it is, it's a little bit orange, and the blueness of the orange and blue are complementary colors, which means they cancel each other out. So the blueness of the dark circle is going to be canceled out by this kind of orangey concealer. That's the whole concept behind it. So I'm going to use this for my under eye, and then the other one for the rest of the face. So there you go, and then I'm going to continue with the other one. And the only part left for me to do is my chin, and this right here. And that's probably all I'm going to do for highlights. You're gonna take your beauty blender. Actually, what I'm gonna do now is also take the concealer I'm gonna use. I use this one from Lancome. My hands are orange because of the spray tan. It's called, yeah, I can't pronounce it. Tientidole Ultra Wear, whatever. I'm gonna just take one pump of that, use my beauty blender to dip it, and then kind of put it on the remaining parts of my face. Kind of like that. And then once you have that down, you're just gonna blend it all together. Don't forget to bring the foundation down onto your neck. You don't wanna have like a line. So I'm actually gonna take one more pump, or a half pump. nothing's worse than having a makeup line here and here. So make sure you blend onto your ear and down your neck. Once that's all blended, as you can see, I have a spray tan and this looks too light compared to my skin. I look like a white face, which is why I have an amazing bronzer. But before we do that, we're going to go over your entire face with that translucent powder just to set the foundation. Okay guys, so I just put translucent powder all over my face, and then I took my bronzer, which is this one. It's Hoola by Benefit. And I took my angled bronzer brush, which looks like this, fluffy little angled brush, and I went along my cheekbones. Basically, a lot of people, what they make the mistake of doing, and I learned this from a makeup artist, I'm not just talking out of my butt, but what they do is they make the mistake of going under the cheekbone with their bronzer, and that can actually pull your face down and make it look long. So I was told to instead kind of go on the cheekbone itself. So like, find where your cheekbone is and actually go on the cheekbone instead of underneath. And instead of going like down, go across the cheekbone, like almost in a straight line. So from like maybe the bottom, like where your ear attaches on the top, to like your nose, like that. Kind of like in a line like this. And that's actually gonna lift your cheekbone higher instead of pulling your face down. So I did that, and then I also went around with my bronzer around the perimeter of my face, just kind of like along my hairline, and brought it down and blended it. And I also went underneath my chin and down my neck and right here underneath my lips. So the next thing I'm going to do, now that I think like my face kind of matches my skin more, the next thing I'm gonna do is take a little brush. This is just like a tiny little, you can use whatever you want. You can even use your finger, and you're gonna dip it in the bronzer. And this is what I do for my nose. I'm gonna just kind of contour my nose, and I'm gonna draw 2 lines right on the top of my nose, kind of straight down from my eyebrows with the bronzer and this brush. So this is kind of what it looks like. Very subtle, very, very subtle. And then what you're gonna do is kind of dip your finger in a highlighting color. I'm gonna use this one. Just kind of dip your finger in there, and then you're just gonna go on the top of your nose like this. I'll put it on here. Boom, okay? Once that's done, you gotta blend it, of course. So, take your colorless blender brush and just kind of go over it and blend it. And then if it's still not blending enough, like mine, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just go over it a couple times. Just like that. So, I don't know if you can see because I'm kind of at an angle and the light is weird, but as you can see, I kind of like defined my nose and made it look a little bit thinner than it was. Just little tricks, you know, little tricks. Next thing we are gonna do is finish the eyes. So what we're gonna do is take that skinny little fluffy brush, the tiny one that you use for your crease, dip it in the same color as you use for your crease, that like darker color. So I am going to dip it in this color right here, tap off the excess, and you're gonna go underneath your eye, like right along your lash line, and carry it out to meet your eyeliner, okay? I have to do this in the mirror, not on the camera. It's important. This eye is finished, this is not. Do you see the difference? It totally opens up your eye and makes it look bigger and brighter. Let's see. Can you see the difference? So it kind of just finishes it all together. So that is my #1 trick, actually. Don't be afraid of putting color underneath your eye. Just don't go crazy. Now that that is done, we're now going to move to the inner eyeliner in your waterline. So I'm taking a regular like brown eyeliner pencil, and I'm gonna go in the waterline, which is like right there. Okay, now that is finished. So basically my eyes are done, but I feel like I need to highlight them a tiny bit more. So I'm gonna go in the corner of my eye again with the highlighter, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna put some mascara on the lower lashes just to kind of pull it together also. Very pretty, right? It's very like kind of natural colors and just a pretty look. So now it's time to move on to lips, but I'm not gonna do it yet because I have to eat again. So I don't want to eat and then like put it on and then eat. So I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be taking this kind of brownish pink, brownish red like lip liner, and I'm gonna go very, very lightly around my lips, very lightly. You don't want a big line. And then after I do that, I'm gonna fill it in with a liquid lipstick by Kat Von D. This is called Bow and Arrow. It's like a nude. It is so pretty. So I'm gonna take a picture afterward or come back on here and show you guys the finished look once I'm done. And I'm gonna do my hair too. Because this ain't cute. This ain't cute. So I'll catch you in a little bit. All right guys, final touch. I'm about to leave for my photo shoot. I did my hair. Final touch is gonna be lips. So I have this lip liner that I told you about, and I'm just gonna apply it very lightly. Try to. Go, and now I'm going to fill it in with the liquid lipstick. And then if you just clean up the outside with your concealer brush, just like that, and we're all finished. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to see more, and remember that I'm still giving away my training and nutrition guidelines ebooks for free right now. It's the first sentence down in the description box. It's just a download link and you can give it a try. And otherwise, I'll see you next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.